Today, man, we're going to be going over some really good budget players that you could use right now in college football 25. I do got to say the big difference between Madden and college football is the budget cards. There is not, I would say Madden has a lot of like really good budget cards. College has some good budget cards, but I don't think it doesn't compare to Madden. But another thing is though with college is the market is a lot, I would say, cheaper, so that is a pretty good thing. So there's some really good cards you can get, and that's what we're going to show you guys today. Some cheap cards that you can get that are going to play really good. Now, there's going to be no cards that are over 100,000. All cards are going to be under 100,000, and they're really good cards. So let's get right to it. For our very first card, we're going to go with Lamar Jackson. So Lamar Jackson is hovering around 87,000 coins, and he's actually probably one of the most expensive cards that we have on this entire list, and that's because, well, he's the quarterback. He's one of the most important positions on the field, and this is still arguably one of literally the best quarterbacks in the game. He's very cheap. I still use Lamar Jackson, 86 speed. Having speed at the quarterback position in this game is a very big thing. He's got a solid throw power. His accuracies aren't too bad. I would highly recommend him. Like I said, I'm still using him. I got one more quarterback I want to throw in there, and there's going to be some mixed opinions about this one, but I'm going to throw Pat White in there. Pat White is averaging about 25,000 coins, and he's left-handed. He might not have the best release, but from my experience using Pat White, I do feel like you can win games with him if you got a really solid scheme. He's got 85 speed, 85 throw power, so he's got somewhat mobility. His accuracies aren't the prettiest, but like I said, I feel like if you got somewhat of a decent scheme behind you and you're pretty good at the game, you know what you're doing, I think for very cheap Pat White is, you can make something happen with him. Also, we are going to be excluding all free players, like so the season players that, for example, that you can upgrade and stuff like that. We're excluding them just because they're literally free, and the point of this is supposed to be your cheap cards to pick up. This is another player that I also have on my team, Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson's averaging about 70,000 coins, so he's actually also, I would say, one of the more higher expensive cards that we have on the list. But I mean, for 70,000 coins, you're getting an 87 speed running back. He's got a really good juke, a really good spin. He's not my starting running back, but he is my backup running back, and I run the ball a lot. And when he does come in the game, he always like cracks off like a 30-yard run. He's a big-time playmaker. I mean, very cheap, very fast. Now, when I was looking at budget receivers, it was really tough because a lot of the good receivers, they cost a decent amount of coins. And then some of the guys that were like, you know, in this 85 speed range, I'm looking at their prices. Like, you know, you look at Mike Evans. I think there was somebody else, and you know, for the price, I gotta say Jeremiah Smith I think is the best option if you're gonna get a guy with 85 speed, just because he's very cheap. I think he's averaging like 15,000, maybe even less than that. You have to spend absolutely no coins on this guy. 6'3" receiver, 85 speed. I know Mike Evans is the option too. He's not very much either, but this guy's just way cheaper, and I just feel like, you know, he's just a lot cheaper. He's not 6'5", but he's 6'3". Mike Evans is still a really good option too, though. Mike Evans is around 38,000, 40,000. You could probably even save him sometimes for like 35,000. So he's very cheap. He's also 85 speed, so he's 6'5", a little bit taller, and he also has a lot better route running. So I mean, honestly, if you want, you're really trying to make a budget team, you can pick both of these guys up. There's actually a few budget tight ends that we got on here. The first one's going to be this guy right here, Landon King. He's around 12,000 to 13,000 coins. My offense, I actually run 3 tight ends, so I do use this guy, and he's really good. He's got a pretty good juke, 83 speed. There's not really a lot, I think, crazy tight ends in the game right now. I mean, you got Kyle Pitts, Brock Bowers, who I think he's overpriced, and then it's like there's just a bunch of other tight ends that it's like, you know what, I don't think they're all too crazy apart. So there's some cheap tight ends that you can get that I feel like are going to give you the same production as some of those top tight ends, and Landon King is one of those guys. Another really cheap tight end is Jake Johnson. He's around the same price as King. He's also, I think, King 6'5", Johnson 6'6", so 2 really big targets. They're the same speed. Jake Johnson's actually got a pretty good juke also. Actually, he's got a really good juke. Like, it looks really stiff, but he like teleports when he jukes, so it's really nasty. Another tight end I have on my team, I've actually been using him since this game has pretty much came out. He's like literally, I gotta say, one of the best players on my team. The guy's just a beast. I got one more tight end, Colston Loveland. I think that's how you say his name. He's going for about 69 to 70,000 coins, 84 speed, really good route running. This guy can catch the ball. I mean, if you've tuned in any of my streams, if you seen any of my shorts, Loveland is the guy. Like, this is like literally, I gotta say, one of my favorite cards. I think I've used all in college football so far. This guy is just nasty. We are now hopping on over to the defensive side of the ball, and we're gonna start off with this strong safety right here, Kevin Winston. He's going for about 90,000 coins flat, a little bit higher on the market, but the thing is, in this game, man, DBs in this game are just expensive. Like, I don't have a single corner on this whole list because there's just no budget corners. If you want it, like, I'm literally using safeties at corner because that's how expensive corners are, and this guy is actually playing corner for me. Kevin Winston, he's not that bad. I have a strat card where he gets 85 man, so he kind of meets that threshold. He's 85 speed. It's tough, man. There's really not that, man. There's no good cheap DBs, man. Like, you're gonna, like, even like 90,000 is as cheap as it's gonna get. This right here is probably the only budget beast like DB in the game. King Mack, he's a free safety. He's going for about 15,000 coins. He's 5'10", a little bit small, but he's got 85 speed, 82 zone, 76 man. So he's, you know, he's very cheap, and this is the only like this is the only good budget beast out there. Like, every other DB is going to cost you over 100,000. This guy and Winston are the only guys that I'd probably say are usable under 100,000 coins. We got some linebackers, man. So Brian Bosworth, he just recently came out. He got an 88 overall, but he also came out with an 86 overall and an 84 overall for his set, which is not in the game yet, at least currently as this video is being recorded. They said it's going to come out sometime this week. Maybe it'll come out today, tomorrow, who knows. Eventually we'll get the sets, but his 86 overall, he's going for about 70,000 flat to 74,000, and he's got 85 speed, 86 hit power, and if I'm not mistaken, he has some pretty good coverage stats. 82 man, and 83 zone, so he's a very good coverage backer. He's got some speed. Definitely one of the best backers in the game. And this is not even him fully upgraded. I gotta put Ray Lewis on the list, man. Ray Lewis is currently going for about 25,000 to 24,000 coins, very cheap, and I just recently got rid of him, so I replaced him with Bradley Chubb, and I'll be honest, I didn't really like Bradley Chubb's play, so I actually just got rid of him. I'm actually using this one guy for it. His name's like Thornton. He's like an outside backer. I got him playing in the middle though. But the point is, Ray Lewis is really good, and like, if I don't like the way this guy plays, I might just get Ray Lewis back, man. He plays really good. He's really good in the run game. I feel like he just makes a lot of tackles, and I'll say this, man, he doesn't have very good man coverage, but I manned him up a lot, man, and he played his ass off. I can't lie. So this Ray Lewis card, I mean, you know, don't let the stats fool you. He's going to go out there and play. Mr. Michael Parsons, he is currently going for about 54 to 53,000 coins. Very cheap. And he's a very good edge rusher. 86 speed. He's got 86 power move, 85 block shed. Sometimes I even use him off the D-line, and I go take him off in the coverage just because he can kind of do it all. This is, I would say, one of the best budget cards on this whole list. I mean, he's going to get to the quarterback. He's fast, and he's just so cheap. I got another edge rusher I want to put on here. I won't even say edge rusher because honestly, I think this Jonathan Jefferson, you could use him as an edge rusher or really an interior lineman. He's got 80 speed, so he's a little bit slower, but he does have an 86 power move, 6'3", 295. He's a bigger guy. I actually used this card, I remember, for a little bit. I don't use him anymore, but he was really good for me. And I say you could use him on the interior a little bit because he's big. He's 6'3", 295, and he's 80 speed, so he's a little bit slower. So if you want to rush him on the inside, you can, but he could definitely play outside too. And he's also very cheap. He's about, I think, 28,000 to 30,000. Now he's really like 28,000. So very cheap card, and you know, I think the D linemen in this game already play really good, so him having an 86 power move, he should be able to get to the quarterback. I gotta say, there's a lot of pretty decent budget edge rushers in the game right now. Max Crosby, I gotta throw him on here. He's about 42,000 coins, also really cheap. 6'5", 256, 83 speed, and he's got a 86 power move, 86 strength. So he's going to get to the quarterback for sure. That strength mixed in with that power move, I mean, that's gonna go a long way. So, and once again, he's cheap. He's actually cheaper than Parsons. You know what I mean? Obviously, you know, Parsons is faster, but you know what I mean? His stats aren't too far off him besides, you know, the speed. We got another really good budget D lineman, man, Myles Garrett. He is about the same price as Crosby. It's like 42,000, 40,000. Also not much. 82 speed. He's got 86 strength. He's got an 86 finesse move. And you know, he's gonna get to the quarterback. I've played against this card quite a bit, and I can tell you he definitely gets to the quarterback. He's a card you can maybe rush inside, you can rush him outside, you can kind of do whatever with him. He's gonna be really good. All right, so we only got a couple cards left. It's all pretty much the D line is what we're finishing up with. It's a lot of budget D linemen, man. So Julius Peppers, another guy that just recently got an 88, but his 86 card is a nasty budget beast. 6'7", 295. He's gonna have 85 speed, 87 strength, 86 power move, 85 finesse. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm looking at this card. He's about 68,000 coins. I think I'm going to need to pick him up. This is going to be our very last card right here. Timmy Jernigan, it came out a long time ago, but he's still pretty good. He's only 30,000 coins. He's got 75 speed, which compared to all the actual D tackles in the game, I think he's still one of the faster ones. He's got an 85 power move, 86 strength. I still actually use him on my team, and he does very good. So I thought I'd throw him on there. That is it though for the list. Those are my budget beasts that I could find in college football right now. It's really hard because, like I said, a lot of like those 82s, the 83s and stuff, their stashes are not really good compared to like Madden. Like there's some 82s and 83s that are just really good cards. Like they got good speed, or they got like a really good zone stat, or like a, you know, they got another stat that kind of like goes with it. In this game, not so much, but thankfully the market is very cheap, so you see like a lot of these 86 overalls not costing that much. The 85s are dirt cheap, you know what I mean? Some 87s aren't even that much either, so that is the good thing about college. I will give them that. If there's any budget beast cards that we might have left out that you might have on your team that you're like, yo, this card is really good, let us know down in the comments. Put other people on to some really good cards. If you guys did enjoy this video, man, drop a like. And if you want to watch me play college football live, tap in with the Twitch, man. The link that's down in the description. We do the whole thing. Seasons, gauntlet, champs. Been playing it a lot lately. Just trying to get my team right, man. Especially because I need to start upgrading some corners. Not upgrading corners, upgrading to get corners. Like I said, this is literally what my secondary is. I literally have all safeties in the secondary. This is it. I mean, yeah, I got Tacario, but then I have Corey Thomas and Kevin Winston playing goddamn corner, which I gotta say, Corey Thomas in the slot, if you were not able to get your hands on this guy, he is a monster in the slot. That's all I got for you guys today, though, man. I'll see y'all in the next one.